Hey everyone, my name is Candice, but you can call me Candy Cane. And today I'm going to be doing an unboxing slash build video. So I got this display stand off of Amazon because I own my own Christian business. I make Bible-based activity books and learning educational resources for all ages. And so when I go to vendor events or I go to markets and things like that, I like to play around with the display. I've been laying most of the books out, but I wanted to try more of a tier type thing where people can see it better when they're walking past, be more interested. So I bought this display stand. Comes with the instructions. They don't look too complicated. It tells me all the pieces that I have, which are in the box, and it says I need a right angle wrench. So I have a few different types. I don't have a huge like tool kit, but I do have a few tools that I keep around when it comes to building things. It has two of these type things. They look like staircases. And this one was decently priced. I'll put it down below if you're interested. I'll put an affiliate link though, just so you know if you're interested. And I'll let you know at the end of this if it feels sturdy, because that matters most of all. And although I'm putting books that are not really heavy on here, you know you always want good quality stuff. So looks like that on each side. And the rest of the pieces, they're all in plastic. So one thing, you know, if you're doing markets, is you just kind of have to play around and see what works. It's almost like you're learning as you go, because you learn based off, oh, it comes with one. Oh, that's so sweet. I don't even think I have one this small anyway, so good thing it comes with a little right angle wrench. But as I was saying, when you're doing vendor events or markets for whatever business you have, you learn as you go. You learn based off what, you know, your audience seems to enjoy or be attracted by and things like that. And that becomes your data. That data is what you then make changes according to. So I'm just taking all the pieces out of here because I just like having my stuff ready when it's time to use each piece. So we have these pieces. We have 4 of these ones. It might be more than 4 though of this size. No, yes. Nope. We have one really skinny one. We have 4 of these medium-sized ones. We have 3 of these ones that are like a little larger. Then we have 1 curved piece and the 2 staircase pieces that I already showed you. So step 1, this is the picture. If you can see, this is the first picture that it has. So I'm going to be grabbing the staircase and attaching the number 4, which is like the medium size one that I was talking about. They have 4 pieces to it. So each one is going to be attached. How is the one going to get attached to this one though? I'm curious. It's saying it as if one is already attached to that part. Well, we're going to figure it out as we go. So we're going to start with this part, and we're going to, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get the picture. So the picture makes it look like the planks are like this and the board is like this. All right. That's how it looks in the picture. But I'm wondering, how are you supposed to put it in like that if it's sideways? Are you giving me a bad picture? Let's see. Let me pause for a second so I can kind of figure out what's going on. Okay, I figured out what I was doing wrong. So when I took it out of the box, I was holding it like this, which I just thought this made more sense. I thought this is how it was supposed to be. It looks very similar to the way it is in the picture. It's supposed to be like this. Because I'm like, this is not matching the picture at all. But when it's long ways like this, this is how you're supposed to hold it when you're starting to put the planks inside each part. All right, so that helped a lot. So it pays to pay attention to detail. So you just get each one and you're gonna use this right angle wrench to do each one. Probably gonna fast forward this part as I go, but I'm gonna do it in real time. Oh, you can't even see me. Let me lower it. All right. Oops. I will say, low-key, this is kind of hard when you don't have someone to help you. I'm actually going to do it like this, because without help, it's hard to keep it steady inside that little line that they place on the inward part. And you need it to stay there so it's not crooked and flying out. Because for a minute it was flying out for me, but in order for it to stay in the little slot, you need to be holding it still. So I just used my lap a little bit as an anchor for that part, and it helped a lot. Just something that could possibly help you too when you're doing this, if you happen to get one of these as well. I start screwing it in with my finger first, and then I go in with the tool. So at least the screw's kind of a little bit in there. And make sure it's even inside that slot. It's not moving too much as you're putting it in. Don't want to split any wood, do we? Alright, almost. Alright, so that's 2 down. You see how they're in there, inside the slots? This one I could even kept a little bit more in there. Oh, there we go. I guess you could just readjust it if it falls out a little bit. Oops. It is definitely a little uncomfortable to do by yourself. But if you had like someone to do this with, it would be easier. I would also suggest doing this before you're at the event. like unless you had a lot of time for setup, because this, you know, takes a minute to do. I'm going to try to do this one the way I did the first one and see if it made it a little bit easier. I'm probably not going to fast forward just because I'm talking for this part, but yeah. It's going in pretty easy though once it's in place, and I'm just making sure to keep looking and make sure it's inside the slot and it's not just wandering out as I go. If you're left-handed, this is probably a lot easier than being right-handed. To be honest, that would be helpful. Am I going backwards? I'm going backwards, okay. Trying to do it with my left hand. Let's see if that helps a little bit more. And it did, even though it's super duper uncomfortable to use your left hand when you are right-handed. Alright, so we're almost done with this part. I'm going to put our last little plank in. Maybe I'm going to use my water bottle as kind of like a balancing tool for this last one to go in. And I started off with my fingers, just screwing in that a little bit and then getting that wrench. Also, it will help if you had like a wrench, like one of those other type of wrenches you can just manually do it really quick with. I just don't happen to have those type of tools, so I'm using what they gave me. Making sure I keep it in place. This is probably going to take me like 20 minutes, maybe 25 altogether. It could be less. I'm just guesstimating. All right, so now those pieces are in. So step 2 is doing the other side, which it's a little bit better because now I've already balanced one side out. Now I'm just mastering the other side going into the slots. And so they kind of anchor in each other. So you just make sure, you can see, right? Yeah. You just make sure it's even, oops, on each side. Put each of these into the slot before you start screwing in anything. And I'm just going to start each screw with my hand manually so it's kind of in place to make it a lot easier. Yeah, this side's going to be way better and faster because now I don't have to hold it as steady as I did the first time when I was struggling. Okay, I'm going to lift it a little bit so I can go in a circle. I like doing it the long way rather than the short way. It's a lot harder to twist it for me when I do that. Low key, I love building things. My son, my youngest son, well, no, my oldest son, he loves building things, and it makes me excited because I'm like, when he needs help, I'm so down. And so what I mean is, I like when I can put the small end in, and then I can twist this like a circle. It's a lot easier doing it like that. It's easier to hold as I drop it. Oh gosh. It's easier to hold onto it while you're going than when it's the other way around. I usually drop it even more. But yeah, I like when I'm able to build stuff. Like I recently built my kids their bed, and it made me so excited because I actually enjoy doing it. So any opportunity I have to build is really fun for me. I guess designing is just like a different form of it too, of just creating and putting things together. And I just love that in any form it comes. Alright, just screwing them in. I'm glad I figured out that first thing. I was about to say, I know they didn't make all these directions wrong. Like, and it's only 4 steps altogether, by the way. So just make sure you get that first thing right of how you position the boards, and it seems pretty easy from there. So we're just screwing it in. Let's see if you can see that. I'm over here just screwing it in on the side. Let me fix my camera a little bit. There we go. And now they are all screwed in. They're a lot sturdier now. All right, now that was step 2. Now we're going to be putting these into slots. So that number 1, I'm like, how is that going to fit? Okay, so it's just supposed to go inside of here. Oh, did I do this part wrong? Was I supposed to do it first? Let's see. I think I was supposed to. I think that'll be the only thing I do differently. Or I'll even tell you to do differently because it doesn't really explain that all the way. You need to make sure you put this slot. Let me turn this around so you can see. So, in the front part over here, right here, if you're looking in the inside, you see there's a little slot right here. Right here, you need to put this in here as you're screwing. It's hard to do it backwards on the camera. Like, try to put it in here as you're screwing so it can be stuck there. Because I didn't do that, it's a lot harder to try to put it in there. But I'm just going to undo one side and then push it in there real easy. So no big deal. But just if you're going to be doing this, that would be good to know, to do prior. You could probably do it after you do the first whole side. Then when you're putting on this other side, you can make sure you slide it in there so it's kind of stuck in place. So I'm just undoing the first little one. I'm gonna move this camera so you can see what I'm doing. So You'll see right here, I'm just undoing this one a little bit so that I'll be able to put it in pretty easy, because now it's a little bit more room. I might take it out all the way. Yeah. And so now I'm hoping it's going to work like that, where I can just stick it right in, because at first it wasn't moving, so I'm like, oh, it's not going to fit. Let's see. Now that bottom part can move. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just going to slide it down, and I didn't went too far. Now I got to get this part back up. All right. Well, don't do what I did the first thing, because it made it a little bit more complicated. I'm going to also loosen this one a little bit so I can just easily slide it in. Let me show you as I go. So, as you can see, right here, there's a slit. Oh, you can't see. I keep trying to show you and it's not working. Anyway, like I told you before, I'm just trying to get both of those parts to slide into place. And it didn't at first, but now I got it inside that hole. So now I'm just going to retighten this one. And then put the screw back in the first one, and it'll be in place. You'll see in a second once I'm done how it looks. Yeah, building stuff is really relaxing. Like, this way is so annoying. I love doing it like this. So I have to lift it a little bit so I have enough room to go in a circle. But it made it work so well. Alright, so now this is what we got. Now it has this little board. It didn't have that there first, so I had to make sure I slid it into each hole on each side. But if you were doing it the right way, after you get all of this side done and you're ready to put this side on, you also slide it in and try to hold it in place so that it's a lot easier. Now the next step is, after that, it says you're supposed to, remember that curved piece we have? Let me put you up a little bit. We have this curved piece. This piece is going to go right here. It's going to slide into these little slits. As you can see, there's little slits on each side. So you're just meeting them on each side and sliding it down. And that becomes like that. Then the other three little wood planks that I told you about that were like the large ones, we're going to slide those into the other sections that have the little slits on each side. Like that. Go down so you can see. The next two slits are over here, matching them up again. And we're going to make sure they're even and then slowly push down. And then this last one, do the same thing. You're going to match and slowly push down. All right, and that is how it's gonna look. Let me back you up so you can see the full end result. This is how it looks all together. I'm gonna go get a book in a second just to show you how it would look inside of here. But this is pretty decent size if you have, like, you're displaying cards or paintings you've done, bookmarks you have. Again, I'm gonna put it below. I think this was around 20 or less. It was a good price, because a lot of these, even the wire ones, are very expensive. So let me put a book and show you. Okay, so these are three different books that I have displayed on here. I wanted you to see the size. So you could fit a 8.5 by 11 book on one side, three different types, as well as you can fit a 6 by 9 something. Or if you have bookmarks, you can, really fill that up and have room and everything. But it's good enough space to put at least maybe 3 or 4 books per row, and there are 4 of them, and you can still see them. Even if it was right here, you can still see the parts of each one. Somebody can pick it up. And even with this, you can see it. It's very nice spacing. It feels very sturdy. Like, this feels good. Doesn't feel like it's gonna break apart. I do have to carry it like this. Like, it's not something I would take apart personally. I would keep it together, and then when I'm doing my event, bring it in whole like this. But it's very nice. I personally enjoy it. This is how it looks on the side. This is how it looks in the back. It's like a little row going down. And so yeah, this is the dream journal I made, as well as the old version of this coloring book I have, and a dream journal I have for boys. So these are just different things I've created. I don't sell all these. I usually make some of these things personally, but this is a great find. So if you're interested, look below. I'll put an affiliate link. If not, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye now. It was nice to show you how to build this. Bye.